Well, hi everybody, it's another Conversations With, and my name is Dick Vaughn, and I'm delighted to have Suzy G with me today. And Suzy is from Overlook.
That's right.
In Charlton, and that's that big place up on the hill. And Suzy's here because they have some exciting things coming up this fall, and we can chat about those, and they have a special day.
We do, September 16th.
And that's on September 16th, as Suzy said. So let's take a minute and tell us about what September 16th really is.
You bet. So we're having our second annual Fall Festival. It is from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have so much that I have quite a bit of notes because that's how many activities we have planned. It is rain or shine. And it's free admission and free parking, which is huge because festival time, usually the expense is parking and the admission costs. So it's very family friendly. You know, we picture it as great grandma and with their great grandchildren, you know, going through our idyllic property because we do have a gorgeous property up there.
Well, you know, someday we have to do a program, and we can do some today. On all that Overlook really is.
Right.
Because, you know, there's an image out there, that big place on the hill, that and one of them is you got to be a millionaire to go there.
Right.
And the other one is it's where old people go to spend the rest of their days. And it's neither of those as it happens. It is a magnificent facility that has all kinds of options and things, and there's plenty to do, and it's an exciting facility.
It is. It's where you go to live. It's when you've retired, you want to go and you work in a wood shop. We have our own wood shop with tools. It's stacked with tools and wood. You can go and actually relax and do that. You can go hiking if you want to hike. We have hundreds of miles of trails. I mean, it's just where you go to enjoy
and not
life.
only that, but there's a fitness center. There's activities planned.
Oh yeah, a giant pool, lap pool.
There's food service.
Yes.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, we have gourmet chefs that do a superb job, and it's your dream retirement. It really is. And the shame is that there are a lot of misconceptions. You don't have to be a Mason. You don't have to be a millionaire. No. You know, you don't have to be to enjoy those things at the Overlook. So, you know, it is.
It is from a distance or from the road. It's breathtaking. You look up and say, "Whoa," and it's just.
And it's even better once you get on campus.
Well, not only and the other thing is too, it's well maintained. It's impeccable. It's just delightful. So let's get back to the 16th and let's share some of the things going on that day.
Let's see. So we are going to have live music all day. In fact, the band called No Tomatoes. Do you get it? No tomatoes being thrown at. I think it's pretty genius myself. It's fronted by our very own IT guru, Melissa Violette, and they perform a lot of good covers from Johnny Cash to the Beatles. They are going to also be accepting donations for the Alzheimer's Walk that's happening in Boston the next weekend. So they're a good family, they're a full family band, and they are going to be performing all day. So that'll be a nice backdrop. We have free hay rides. There will be a free a hard cider tasting, pie eating contest, and we have to say a huge thank you to Tabletop Pies because this is the second year that they've donated the pies. So that will be good times.
You know, you talk about tabletop. When I was a kid growing up, there used to be a quarter. I mean, that's how old I am. But you used to be able to get these little tabletop pies, and they were a quarter. And we took lunches to school in those days.
Oh, yes.
We didn't have, you know, food service. We didn't have school buses either, but that's...
And you walked 10 miles to school?
No, it wasn't 10. No, it wasn't. We had 3 junior highs, and depending on where you lived, you know, and we had schools.
A neighborhood school.
Oh, yeah, neighborhood schools. But anyway... but my mother would always put in, you know, if we were really good kids, we would get a tabletop pie. And they were great.
The lemon is my favorite.
No, I used to have apple. Apple was I love apple. But anyway, in fact, we had a show earlier with some folks from Blessings Farm, and they bought the horses. And I remember going into Boston when the Boston police had the mounted police. And they used to have a bag of apples there, and you could take an apple.
Oh, that's right.
But you had to learn you could not close your hand. You had to leave it flat and let the horse take the apple, because if you close your fingers,
he would go for it.
He'd bite your fingers.
Isn't that something?
Because they loved apples.
Oh,
you have to learn how
I
to.
remember that.
You have to put the apple up and it.
That's right.
But anyway.
That's right. That's right.
It's in fact we used to duck for apples. I don't.
Oh, I remember.
Do they
yes.
still do that anymore?
I don't know, but when my daughter gets old enough, we're going to
Yeah.
do that. Bobbing
Yeah.
for apples.
Yeah,
It's
bobbing
usually
for-
at a Halloween party.
Yeah, well, we used to have they used to have coins in them. Nickels.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
They'd
do
put
that.
nickels or dimes or quarters.
No
and
kidding.
And you'd pick an apple, and then you'd be able to find out what was in it.
Wow, we didn't have that.
Oh, see, well.
Oh, geez.
Anyway, but-
that's swanky.
Yeah, well. But so anyway, so go ahead.
Oh, all right. So we've got that. We have a lot of lawn games for both kids and adults. One of them is called Mummy Madness, which is a beanbag toss, a kissing booth. Yep, kissing booth, where it's not as sassy as you may think. You have to guess how many chocolate kisses are in a jug.
Oh, okay.
So witch pitch, which is a ring toss that you throw around a witch's hat. We have a cookie booth where you design your own cookie, to pumpkin in disguise where you decorate your own pumpkin. And I mean, we have ducky, donkey, fish fling, and fruit flies. So you can imagine just all of the games that we have providing our attendees. We're really going all out, as well as tacky tattoos. But my favorite is going to be the Family Photo Fun booth, which we're making a couch made out of hay, and families can come and do their own photo shoot. So bring your camera.
Wow.
So we're doing
I have
a lot.
to share something with you. I'm a mummer.
Oh, nice.
I'm in the Furco String Band of Philadelphia.
Oh, wow.
And we have brand new costumes every year. So I have a costume that we wore, now 8 or 9 years ago. It's a scarecrow. And
love
every year when I was involved in the chamber, for the Harvest Fest they used to have over at the Common, the public house, I would dress
yes.
up in my scarecrow suit.
That's awesome.
And I'd put my makeup on, and I would go, and people would want pictures. And,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I used to walk around, and then sometimes I'd stand still, and then I'd move
See
quick,
if anybody.
and everybody would jump, The people
Are you
thought-
volunteering for
No, I'm
September
not.
16th?
No. But anyway, I mean, well, you never know. If I get the urge,
The urge gets you.
I may just dig it out and put it on and go up and walk around and have some fun.
That's
But
a
anyway,
good festival
But anyway,
too.
but so this is a big event.
It really is. And the police and fire department, they're going to have police trucks and fire trucks and dump trucks, and I'm hoping to get in a dump truck and drive around for a little bit. That's my own personal wish.
Really?
Yes. I've always wanted to do that, and if you know me, you know.
Okay. All right.
But we also, what's important about a fall festival is the food. And we have some absolutely scrumptious food vendors. Johnny Hot Dogs from Southbridge, he's really on the main street in
Yeah,
Southbridge.
front of the bank.
Yes, he's going to be there, as well as Hannah Divines. They're going to have a booth. And we are having what we call seasonal samplings. Cider and donuts, apple dumplings, coffee and cocoa,
Wow.
an Applicious bar where you take apple slices and you dunk them in caramel and chocolate, and you can put whatever topping on it.
When I was a kid,
amazing.
I remember, and I keep saying these things, and I guess I'm going to date myself, but I remember candy apples.
Yes,
We used
where
to
you'd
get-
lose your teeth.
Yeah, well, they used to dip them in a big red sauce.
Yes.
And it would be hard around the apple.
Yes.
And you get them, oh yeah.
What
candy
is that
apple.
red sauce, by the way?
I don't know.
It's bad.
Yeah.
That's how kids lost
Oh
their
yeah,
teeth.
well, you crack your teeth. But anyway, yeah, candy apples.
Delicious.
But this is exciting.
It is
and
exciting.
It's a great, the beauty of it is it's a great time of year.
It is.
You
It
know,
is.
It is. It's a terrific time of year because it's in the middle of September, and the trees are starting to turn.
Yeah.
And up on the hill, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that Charlton is on the side of a mountain.
That's right. That's
you
right.
know, and in fact, this isn't just one mountain; it's a series of mountains.
Yep.
It's hills and ups and downs.
Oh, yeah, peaks and valleys.
And if you get up, in fact, if you drive up Dresser Hill, up to where the little stand
Best
is,
viewing.
and you stand up at the top of Dresser Hill, you can see for miles.
Oh, yeah.
You know, miles.
Well, at the Overlook, we have the Overlook, and you can see 5 New England states from that spot, which
Really?
people don't know. Everyone except Maine. Did I get all the number right?
Where is it?
Right at the Overlook, at the tip top of literally the Overlook, the big tall beacon.
Oh, the tower.
Yep, the tower. You can see.
Can you go up in that tower?
we are repairing the stairs so people will be able to get a view of that, and you can see all the New England states except Maine.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really something.
Oh yeah, it is.
We're proud of that property.
Yeah.
Very proud of it. And again, the backdrop of fall for a fall festival, you couldn't ask for really a better place.
Oh no, it is. And you know, if you've never been up there, and you know, this is an opportunity for folks who are watching us now to take the opportunity to go there and educate yourself on what it really is and the magnificence of it.
Right.
And you don't even have to, you know, I'm not trying to tell you that you ought to get a place up there.
Well, you should.
I'm just telling you that what you want to do is, if you've never been, if you've been, you know, but if you've never been up there, it's worth it on this particular day because there's a lot of activities going on. You'll really get a feel of it. And the folks that are there, the people who live there, they'll be out and about, and you can chat with them and talk to them.
And we're actually giving tours that day. We're going to give brief tours of our independent living section. So if somebody does want to take a little peek in, they can. So that's going to be a nice.
Great.
Yeah, it is.
And it's just a great facility, and it has so much to offer. But this is a great opportunity, because you can go up and have some fun.
You can.
It'll be a fun day.
Family friendly.
Yeah.
You know, you don't hear of that, you know, too often, but it really is.
No. And I know what I do is usually later on, and I usually do it in October, is have my 3 grandkids come, and I take them up to Breezeland Orchards in Warren.
Yes,
And they have,
that's a great one.
And they go up on a little cart.
Yes.
And the tractor takes them up into the orchard.
Yes.
And they get out and they get their little bucket.
That's
and
right.
they can pick their own apples.
That's right.
And I remember my youngest grandson, Brady, came up, was it 2 years ago? And that's the same time when they have all the scarecrows on the public house front lawn.
Yes.
So we'd go there, and the kids would get a big kick out of it. But anyway, I took him up to the orchard, and he says, I need to get 15 apples.
Oh.
And I said, oh, okay, Brady. Why do you need 15? Because I'm going to go, when I go back to school Monday, I'm going to do show and tell. And I'm going to give each one of the kids in my room an apple.
Aww.
And there's 15 of them. So we get all the way, we get everything done. And I'm thinking, 15, he's going to not have one for himself. And all of a sudden he says, wait a minute, I have to go get one more, Papa. I said, why? Well, because he said, there's got to be one for me.
That's right.
So he remembered.
Oh.
And so he brought his apples, and he took them to school and gave each kid an apple and told them about. And then, of course, what he was thrilled about, we went in and they make apple cider donuts.
They're delicious there.
And he was watching the little machine make the donuts. Oh, he thought, and the lady gave him a donut. Oh. He thought that was just unbelievable. But this is a similar situation.
It really is.
Where you can go up there, and if you've got grandkids, or if you've got even your own kids, they don't have to be your grandkids, bring them up there.
That's right.
Because it's a fun day for them. They'll love the music, number one.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, there's all kinds of games, as Susie indicated.
And there's shopping. We're having so many vendors come. We're having photographers, photography booths, natural products, jewelry, clothing, scarves, quilts, blankets, wood crafts, some pottery and paintings. I mean, specialty foods, cheeses, spices, wine, beer, food trucks. I mean, we're just really going all out, and we really want the public to come up and see what we have, and just to enjoy themselves, really.
No,
just
that's
have
what
a
I'm
good
saying.
time.
It's just you can go for an hour.
That's right.
Go for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Go for the
stay
day.
for the whole thing.
It doesn't matter. The opportunity is there. It's free.
Yes.
And there's free parking, and you can just poke around and look the facility over. If you want to go on a tour, so that instead of thinking what it is, I've just finished a marvelous book. I've read it 3 times because I have to learn it.
I do the same thing.
And this is called The 4 Agreements.
Oh, I've heard of that.
And it's by Don Miguel, and it's The 4 Agreements. And it's such a great book. And it's the one that Tom Brady touts.
That's probably why I know
Brady,
it.
that's how they say, how can he be like that? Well, he believes and read the 4 Agreements. And I read it, and read it. And the first one is be impeccable with your word.
Very true.
When you tell somebody you're going to do something,
You do it.
Do it.
Yep.
And if you can't do it, tell them you can't do it. And learn to say yes or learn to say no.
Yep.
And that's number one, and that's That's the first agreement that you have to learn. And then there's, don't make any assumptions.
Yes.
Because it only gets you into trouble.
Yep.
If you make assumptions. And that's another one. The second one, that's the third one. Second is, don't take anything personally.
Oh, that's a tough one.
If somebody does something, it's their problem, not yours.
That's a tough one.
Don't make it your problem.
Yeah.
And just don't take it personally.
Right.
It's their problem.
Right.
If they say something that's not kind, if they do something that's inappropriate, or do something that you had offense with,
right. Let it roll.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
It's their issue.
Right.
They're the ones that made the mistake, not you.
Right.
Just learn to say, oh well.
Yeah.
And then, and then don't make assumptions is the third one. Because now, I'm going to be real honest, and it's in the book.
Oh.
There are many things that you can have happen where people can misinterpret. I'll give you an example. You and I could meet and have lunch together. And it's a business situation. We got something to talk about.
Yeah.
And we meet to have lunch. Someone walks in and sees you and I, and they right away they have made they say they've made an assumption.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Right.
What's going on with Susie and Dickie?
Right. Right.
And it's very simple and nothing.
Right.
So there are times when there's reasons for people to say, but if you make the assumption, you've now made a tragic error.
Right.
Because you've now put yourself in a position where you're incorrect.
Right.
You know, and it's not easy, but it's those four things. And the last one is always do your best.
Oh, yep. Amen to that.
So they're real simple, and they go boom, boom, boom. Be impeccable with your word. And don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and do your best.
That's why he's so perfect, Tom Brady.
Easy way to live, and it takes a lot of work. It's hard work.
It is hard work.
And like I said, I read the book 3 times, but those are but getting back to Overlook, this way, if you go up there, now you've seen it firsthand.
Right.
You know exactly what it is.
Right.
You know what they have to offer. You know what it's all about.
Right.
And so now you can go back and say, wow, I learned a lot today.
And one of the assumptions we have is that you have to be a Mason in order to live there, and you do not. You don't need to be related to a Mason. I think, in fact, 30% of our residents are Masons. So that's one of the assumptions that it's just not true. We welcome everyone.
Well, I mean, I know for a fact because I'm involved in St. Joseph's Church, and I know that Father Bob and Father Donato and other people go over and visit people there.
Yes.
And in fact, I know somebody passed away, and Father Bob did a funeral there.
Yes.
They have a beautiful chapel.
We do.
And it's a gorgeous
Stunning.
chapel.
It's stunning.
And they had a service there, and for this person, and it was. I mean, everybody came that knew him.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful.
It's a beautiful place.
And it is. It's a gorgeous facility, and I think this is an opportunity for folks in the area.
We're showing it off.
In Sturbridge or Charlton or Southbridge, wherever you watch the program, take the time to go there.
Yes.
And it will dispel any of your assumptions
or
any of the things you've heard, because now you're going to be able to go and experience it yourself.
Right. And a lot of our residents will be there, obviously, will be out and about.
Yeah.
And they can pull them aside and ask questions, ask one of the staff. We'll be happy to chit-chat. But again, we also want you to have fun. This isn't a sales pitch. This is a community event.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot for our community. We're sponsoring a blood drive that we're having September 1st,
Right.
Old Home Day. So we really try to get out into the community as much as possible.
I think you're a major part of the community.
Yes.
You're a major tax contributor.
Yes.
Number one. Number two, you have a beautiful facility in Charlton.
Yes.
And because of that facility, people in the whole area, in all over New England, know about Charlton.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And so it is. It's a great advantage to the community, and it's a great opportunity for the community to go up and find out firsthand from actual knowledge and experience what there really is at Overlook,
right,
and all the things they have to offer.
It's funny when you hear the folks in the Boston area assume right? That Charlton is just in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we are in the boonies, and it's just really funny to hear that. It's like we have 84 right here. You know, Worcester is a throw away.
Let me share some things about Charlton. That I happen to be a chairman of the Board of Assessors. And here's what I do know. Number one, it's the second largest land mass of any town
That's right.
in Massachusetts.
Yep.
There's a town out in, I think it's West Egremont or someplace out in way western Massachusetts that has bigger land mass. We have 45 square miles of land.
It's amazing.
We have more trees than anybody else in the state in Charlton.
I didn't know that.
We're on the side of a mountain. We have Route 20.
Yep.
We have the Massachusetts Turnpike.
Yep.
We are the only town in the Commonwealth, and the Mass Pike runs from Boston 121 miles to the New York border. We are the only community that has two, not one. We have eastbound and westbound service centers
That's right.
on the Mass Turnpike.
That's right.
We have an eastbound and a westbound.
I've used
and they're
both.
both in Charlton. You know. And so, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and we are between exit 10 and exit 9.
Right.
So you get off at exit 10, and it's 5 miles to Charlton.
Right.
You get off at exit 9, and it's 5 miles to Charlton.
Right. And you know what I love about living here in this area? I live in Southbridge, but obviously work in Charlton, that we're so close to huge cities. I mean, you've got Providence, you've got Hartford, you've got Boston, you've got Worcester. I mean, they're all a stone's throw away, and there's a lot to offer.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just funny, though, when they think we're just so far away, and, you know, we're such country folk.
And not only that, but even with that impression, it's a great, great, great community.
Yes.
It's a small but a big town.
It is. It is.
And it's growing by leaps and bounds. I mean, I happen to get the numbers because we get the numbers every year for the valuation of the property in town.
Yeah.
And our real estate is booming.
Right. Great.
And I mean,
that's good.
Houses are. I mean, there's more people want them than there are properties for sale.
Right.
The real estate people are desperate trying to get properties to sell.
Yeah.
We have one of the lowest tax rates in the Commonwealth.
Wow.
And so that's important.
Yeah.
And,
oh goodness.
and it looks like because of revaluation that the tax rate might even be going down a little bit next year. So
there's some big news.
And we enjoy one of the lowest tax rates around.
And you have a great school system with a most fantastic superintendent, Greg Desto.
Well, there's not
He's
only
wonderful.
that, but there's we have two schools. We have Shepherd Hill
That's
High
right.
School. We have our own elementary school. But we also have Bay Path Vocational.
Amazing.
And it's an unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
And in fact,
it is.
The booth, the kids built the booth for us.
Oh.
And they built it at the school.
Oh,
and they built it in pieces because there was no way to get it up
Get it up those stairs.
and in here.
Of course.
So the teacher, the instructor, was thrilled with the opportunity.
Of course.
Because they could build it in pieces at the
amazing.
school. Then they brought it here down, and it's in 8 pieces. And they brought it here, and they put it together here. So it taught them a whole new skill.
Of course.
That they could build something there.
Right.
And assemble it somewhere else.
Right. And how fun to do a TV studio.
Oh, yeah. And well, Drew and I went up as they were building it.
Oh, nice.
And we
did some filming?
We did some filming.
Oh,
and then when they
nice.
brought it in and they put it together, and we made a whole show
great.
out of it.
I wish you could see. You could pan out and see the.
Someday we'll have to show there. That's a good idea, Drew. We'll have to do that someday.
That's
But
wonderful.
Susie, getting back to September 16th, it's a wonderful opportunity. And it's a day full of fun.
It is, and it's rain or shine. I'm not sure if I said that.
Yes,
so
you
we're
did.
hoping for good weather, but if not, we're still doing it.
So
We're
it's 10 to-
still
10
coming
to
out.
3?
10 to 3. And our vendors, I mean, literally, the vendors will be going at 3. So, if you show up at 3, don't get mad that we're closing up. But, so it'll be a nice fall day, and we're just looking
And it's a
forward to
beautiful
hosting.
place. It's magnificent up there, and it's a beautiful venue.
It is.
And I say, it gives people a chance to fully understand and appreciate
Yes.
all that Overlook offers.
Oh, we do. And, one of the, I think I was mentioning the wood shop.
Now, there's something.
Yeah.
See, as much as I know, that's something I did not know, that you had a wood shop where they could go in there
Fully
and
stocked.
make things.
Fully stocked with tools, with the wood. In fact, the gentlemen who work there, that enjoy their time there, they are going to be selling a lot of their goods. And let me tell you, I'm not just saying this because I work there. The quality is unbelievable.
Oh, I'm
They're going to
sure.
be selling them at the event, and it's just from desks, tables, birdhouses. I mean, the talent.
Yeah.
It's wonderful, but people would not know that we
No.
have our own wood shop on premise.
That's right.
We have a hair salon. I mean, there's endless. We have endless amenities.
You know what we got to do? Someday we got to do a program, and maybe do a series of programs. So bring the person who runs the wood shop.
Would love that.
Have somebody from the salon come.
Absolutely.
Get your chef down here.
Oh.
To talk about the food service.
Yes.
And all of these different department heads, the fitness center.
Yes.
You have, and the thing is, you have some incredible people who are employed
Yes.
at Overlook.
Yes.
Who run these different
Oh,
departments.
goodness, yes.
And run these different.
Very hardworking.
Amenities.
Yes.
That would have a great chance. And so it gives people a chance to really understand and learn all the things that Overlook does have.
Oh yeah, and one of the we have a group called the Brew Crew, and it's on premise. It's a group of residents that brew their own beer, and their beer is called, you ready for this? Senior Moment. So when they brew, every month they brew their own beer, they bottle it, the whole process. And they crack one open, take a sip, and say, "We're having our senior moment." It's amazing.
I think that's great. But you know what? I've been searching for years for a word to get rid of seniors.
Oh,
and I've come up with the word.
Oh.
Mature.
Mature adult.
That's right.
A mature adult.
Mature operators.
I like that.
Instead of senior citizens.
Yeah, seniors.
Mature citizens.
I like that.
Mature.
It's
see?
a little bit more respectful.
Well, my father always said when I was growing up, the great tragedy of life is you really have to get old to get smart.
It's very true.
So the older you become, the more knowledge you've accumulated in your
yes.
life. And so my father always said that life is one mistake after another.
It's true.
And I looked at him when he told me.
I agree.
He said, now let me explain that to you. He said, when something happens, you have to make a decision.
Right.
Well, if it's the first time that it's ever happened to you, you could make a decision that didn't quite work out the way you had hoped. So it would be a mistake.
Right.
He said, now there's two kinds of people. There are the people who learn from every mistake they make. They only make it one time, and they will never make the same mistake again. Now there's the other group of people who make a mistake and continue to make the same mistake
over and over
and over again, honestly expecting a different result.
Yeah.
So life is nothing but one mistake after another.
It's true.
And the smart ones learn from each mistake that they've made.
Right.
And that's how you get experience.
Oh, it is.
And that becomes a learning experience. And you learn, and you learn, and you learn.
You learn by doing.
And you never stop learning.
That's
and,
right.
And so that was what his thrust was.
Oh, I
But-
like that.
But I mean, but senior moments is great. I digress. I
A
don't mean
mature
to.
Moment.
Yes.
Mature moments.
That's right. You see, so.
But one of what you were talking about, our residents, I gotta say, I love going to work every day. I do. I work with wonderful coworkers.
Yeah.
But I live for going to work to talk with my residents, not my residents,
Yeah.
the residents.
Yeah.
They are some of the most successful.
Oh yeah. And they have a wealth of experience in it.
Oh my goodness.
And they know what's going on.
They know what's going on. They're just. I literally shrink in my chair when they tell me everything they've done in their lives. It's it's inspiring.
Well, that's great.
And they're just fantastic people.
September 16th.
That's
Great
right.
opportunity, folks.
10 to 3.
And it's going to be 10 to 3. All kinds of games, all kinds of vendors, all kinds of fun and enjoyment. And most importantly, you get a chance to visit, overlook, and see it for yourself and begin to understand what it really is.
Yep.
Suzy, it's been delightful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
having
stopping
me.
by. I hope you folks enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. And if you go up there on that Saturday, will you be there?
I will be there.
Make sure you say hi to Suzy.
Please do.
Okay?
Please
and
do.
Stop in and say, hi, Suzy.
Please
and
do.
She's a delightful lady.
Oh,
So there you are,
nice.
folks. Another Conversations With, and thanks for watching.